Hey guys, y'all seem to really enjoy these lunchbox videos, so here's another one for you. I'm going to take you over everything that I packed for Josh to take to work last week. So this is what Monday is looking like. First up, I threw together this buffalo ranch tuna noodle casserole type concoction. I'll show you in just a second how I made that, but I'm packing it in his new Hot Logic lunchbox. This can plug up into his truck and it will keep his food hot since he doesn't have access to a microwave. There will be a link for it down below in my description box if you're interested, and I'm in no way sponsored to say that or anything. He's just really loving it and he's recommending it to all of his friends. But now back to the food. So I'm just going to boil up half a box of rotini pasta. Meanwhile, I'm going to start the sauce. So in this little saucepan, I'm adding in 1 can of cream of chicken soup, a little bit of cream cheese, and a good amount of sour cream. I'm not following a recipe. I'm just making this up as I go. I didn't measure, of course. But for the seasonings, I'm just adding some ranch seasoning mix, some onion and garlic powder, a little bit of salt, and a good amount of black pepper. I'm also going to add in some Frank's buffalo sauce, just a small amount because he cannot handle spice. And then I'm going to add in just a little bit of milk to thin this sauce out. And I'm just going to cook that for a little bit, let that heat through until it's this nice, smooth consistency. Now I'm going to add in 2 packages of this ranch seasoned tuna. Fun fact, I have never in my life tried tuna before. I have this weird thing about seafood, and tuna especially, like the smell of it just gets to me. I cannot. And I hate not being able to like taste test food when I'm serving it to somebody. But Josh is a huge fan of tuna and he loved this, and he said that he would like me to make it again sometime. So there you go, folks. He said it's good, so I guess it is. So I'm just going to add that to that drained and cooked pasta, and I'm going to transfer it to this cute little Pyrex dish. Then I'm going to take the back of my wooden spoon and just spread that out into an even layer. Then I'm going to sprinkle on some shredded cheese. And then last but not least, I decided to add some of these like little crispy fried onions just so that it can have a nice crunch to it and just add some extra flavor. And I baked that at 375 for about 10 to 15 minutes. And that is it. Like I said, he loved it. Big hit. And I didn't end up using all of that sauce. He can either add this to his food, like if it dries out any while it's heating up, or he can use it as like a dip with crackers, kind of like buffalo chicken dip, but buffalo tuna dip, which doesn't sound appetizing to me, but that's right up his alley. So these are the crackers I packed him. It's the chicken flavored ones because I couldn't find the regular Ritz, but we do really like these ones if you've never had them. Of course, he has a fork for his pasta, and then just a large orange that I cut into these cute little wedges. And then y'all, how cute are these cake pops? So I'm not going to pack all 4 of these. I was just kind of wanting to show a few of them off. I'm going to give those 2 on the end to my kiddos, and he's just taking the first 2. But I did not make these. My sweet friend Katie made these. She just started a business selling these. So here is her business card. You can screenshot this if you are interested in placing an order with her. This lists her website, her email, and her phone number. Highly recommend. They were so delicious and they came so beautifully packaged. With Valentine's Day right around the corner, I think these would make a great gift. If not to someone else, just to yourself. You should treat yourself, and these are a great way to do so. For Tuesday, I just baked up some simple chicken taquitos, just using some leftover beer can chicken that we had grilled over the weekend. So here is how I made those. I started off with just some cream cheese that I had popped in the microwave. Then I'm throwing in that leftover chicken, and then I'm going to add in the rest of the salsa that I had in that jar, a half a package of taco seasoning, and then some shredded cheese. I did end up having to throw this in the microwave to make it easier to combine, but once I got that all mixed, I'm just going to roll it up in some low-carb tortillas. I sprayed the tops of the tortillas with some vegetable oil spray, that way they could crisp up nicely, and I baked those at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. I'm also going to throw together a simple little bean dip, just using some refried beans that we had in the fridge and that needed to be used. So to those beans, I just added some softened cream cheese, sour cream, the other half of that taco seasoning, some more shredded cheese, and I am just stirring that until it is nice and smooth like so. Then I'm going to transfer it to a separate little dish. I'm just going to add it to this little bowl. And then I'm going to top it with a little more extra cheese. And I'm going to pop that in the microwave for about 45 seconds just so that it can come out looking all nice and cheesy like so. And I'm just going to serve that with some tortilla chips. These are the blue corn tortilla chips by Great Value. We are loving these. I just discovered them. Such a good little snack. He also has a little granola bar. It's the peanut butter and chocolate chip one, and then just a bowl of grapes. So here is how I folded those up. 4 was way too many. He only ended up eating 2, so 2 of those made their way back to me. But moving on to Wednesday, Josh is a huge fan of these little White Castle sliders. They come frozen, and he can cook those in his Hot Logic just as you would in the microwave, straight in those little plastic sleeves. And then I sliced him up an apple, and then he has some peanut butter to dip those in. Over here on the side, I gave him a good amount of these almonds. These are the spicy dill pickle ones by Blue Diamond. This was my first time buying these. I surprisingly wasn't like big on these. I thought I would love them, but he really liked them. The sriracha ones are my favorite. And then I also gave him some beef jerky. He used to hate beef jerky, but now all of a sudden he loves it. He also has a package of these dark chocolate Milano cookies. It comes with 2. And then lastly, a yogurt parfait. So what's in the bottom, I packed him 2 of these Light and Fit Dan and Greek yogurts in the strawberry cheesecake flavor. I really love this yogurt as well. I also like the cherry flavor. And it is perfect paired with this granola. This is the Nature Valley protein, oats, and dark chocolate one. Perfect combination. And yeah, that was it for Wednesday. On Thursday, I made a big pot of potato soup. I feel like in a lot of these Lunchbox videos, I'm always sharing like potato soup, but he loves taking it to work. So I just top it with some bacon bits, some cheese, some dried chives, and he said that was really piping hot when he went to eat it, and he loved it. Then he just has a basic little sandwich over here. I have 3 pieces of ham and cheese loaf, and then just a package of mayonnaise that he can put on that when he is ready. And then here is a combination of these pecans. These are the Great Value honey roasted ones. These are like dangerously addictive. So good. Highly recommend those if you haven't bought them before. And then I made these little frozen banana peanut butter chocolate bites. Oh my gosh, so good. I should have showed like how I throw those together, but you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. But next time I make them, I will definitely include those in a video. And then I didn't put it in this video, but every day he packs a big jug of like water. Sometimes I'll throw in something extra. So this day I threw in one of these like watermelon zero sugar Mountain Dews. They were okay, but I probably wouldn't buy them again. And then moving on to the last idea for this video. Friday, I made him this steak and cheese quesadilla. Really simple. And I had to sneak in a little bite because I just couldn't resist, and it was delicious. Like, I will have to add these to my dinner menu, like, ASAP. But here is the steak that I use. This was my first time purchasing it. It's the Great Value frozen steak. It's comparable to, like, Steakums, if you've heard of that. But we honestly like this one better, and it's cheaper. So here's what it looks like. It comes with 4 in a box, but I cooked up 2. Cooks up really quickly, like in less than 6 minutes. It's already nicely seasoned. And I am doing the viral tortilla hack that's going around on TikTok. So I couldn't find my scissors, but I just took my knife and I cut a slit down half of the middle of a burrito sized tortilla, and I'm just adding the steak to 2 of the sections. And I'm just going to drizzle some A1 steak sauce over the top just to make sure it's not going to be dry or anything. And then I'm also going to add some shredded extra sharp cheddar cheese, but any cheese would go perfectly with this. This is just what I had on hand. And of course, you can add some peppers and onions if that is what you or your significant other or whoever likes it. But Josh just likes it simple like this, just meat and cheese. And this is a pretty cool way to fold it up, just something different. I think it looks nice. I did have a little bit of trouble with it, the toppings wanting to like fall out, but I just shoved them back in there real quick, and you know, it was fine. So I always fry my quesadillas up in butter. If you watched my most recent What's for Dinner video, I went on a big ramble about how much we are loving this garlic parmesan basil butter. It just has the best flavor. I bought mine at Kroger's. And yeah, I just fry it up on each side for a few minutes until it's nice and golden brown like so. So simple and so quick to throw together. He also has some mandarin oranges that I just peeled for him, and a bag of these baked barbecue chips. And then lastly, one of these cranberry orange muffins from the Walmart bakery. These are so good. And I'm just going to put that in a little brown paper bag since I didn't have anything to fit it in. But that is going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. That really helps out my channel, and I will continue to make these. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have an awesome week.